So Sam, this is you from just the other day. Here's punting. It's a traditional punt, straight steps, pretty good movement. You can see normal turn. Ideally, we want this ball going right down the line and locking out. Hard to see on that one. Again, glass plane, that ball stays pretty flat. That's nice. You can see that your foot placement when you punt it is not as rock solid. Now this was early on. I think you got better as the day went on. Not bad. You can see the nose down on that ball. Makes it harder to get a good clean hit. Here's a first rugby kick. These steps are good and the direction is pretty good, but I think this wind was really strong. You can see those flags in the back. And so in slow-mo, it looks like you punted up to the clouds. This is going to land left of the hash when you want it to go onto the numbers. So getting directional and getting purposeful about that is crucial. But this setup is actually pretty nice. I like that. You can see see how much of that ball dropped and the nose went down. Even though it's a drop, it needs to be a nice flat surface to punt this. Here's another one, a secondary one. Notice you take this little shuffle step behind you there. You do that on kicks and punts. We need to get rid of that. That's one extra, any little extra stuff doodads that we do, not necessarily good. Bad for timing, bad for just trying to get consistent with everything. Here's the last one where we do a couple of PAT or field goal kicks. And so I took you all the way from doing your steps. Again, they should be all the same. Notice you took the 3 back, but with one little guide step over. We're going to take 2 to the side. That's fine. And you're going to take a 2-step approach. As I said, most guys take a slight jab. Again, here's where you do some curious little movement like you did on the punt. You'll notice that you kind of replace your own footwork. Why do that? You want to be efficient. The toe goes up, but instead of a jab, it's just right back down. Now we take a short first step, which provides a short second step, and notice your plant foot. Your plant foot is stuck to the ground. In essence, all of your energy, not a bad hit, but all of your energy is just stuck right there where you want to push on that last drive step to your plant, hit solid, your left leg, your plant leg should be straight, your kicking leg should be straight, and that foot needs to be locked out again. I think this is still kind of soccer pass kind of stuff. And if you notice, if you go back very closely on this, your setup on this is about 6 inches more to the left, which I think is actually better for you in the end, but you're not in the same place you were the first time. Now, when you approach, again, we do this little toe thing, and still a fairly short first step that could be longer, drive, and we just stick to the ground. I appreciate that your shoulders want to keep going to the target, but you get more in the tank to give. So I want you to be able to drive into this ball. So this is even slower and me taking just steps back and forth. So there's that first step. That could be like another 6 inches to 8 inches longer, which means I think you want on the start to take 3 really big steps back instead of kind of the 3 that are there. Notice your foot placement here is a little wobbly, right? This is kind of the soccer pass. This isn't a bad hit, but again, everything is just so under control there where I want more energy to get to this ball. So again, a short step, plant. Now there's a little hook in there, right? And that's what we're trying to avoid. So I need that knee forward, third eyelet rolled forward, locked out. That good spot on your bone, on the good spot of that ball, produces a great hit. So lots to work on, but the starting point of all this is really quite good. And so I think you could benefit by being back a little bit further, attacking a little bit more aggressively, lock out. This isn't bad. Good arm placement. Notice the leg is a little bent at impact, which stops your follow through to a certain degree. And we get just kind of a helicopter ball here, right? So foot placement, not too bad. Lockout, a little off. Drive through, should not just be stuck, should be able to hop all the way through.